As a real estate agent, working with clients is not just a one-time event. It's a continuous process that takes effort and attention. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can follow up with people who are already in your world as a real estate agent, who have inquired about your services, and allow for you to understand that while the gold is in lead generation, the platinum is in your lead conversion. Please enjoy this video.
When we look at working with clients, I think that oftentimes we look at it as though it's an event. Yet, it's not an event, it's a process. So some real estate agents do not have a lead generation problem because they figured out this method of the sales process. When you're looking at the sales process, it starts from, do you have a lead or do you not have a lead? And then it goes into, after you have the lead, the next step is, do they hire you? Then when they hire you, the next step is, if you're working with a buyer, do you write an offer that gets accepted? Or if you're working with a seller, do you get it under contract? So looking at this as though if it's a series of dominoes all the way to a payday. First domino is, do I have somebody in my bucket? Do I have somebody in front of me, front and center? And if the answer to that is no, then there's only one thing for you to do, which is to find that person. For most of us, we have at least a few of those people. We're going to continue to add to that, right? But where I think most agents actually drop the ball is not in that entry point. Where most agents drop the ball is what happens is they get a client or a prospective client, somebody raises their hand, and then because they're not ready to take action today, they lose the lead. When you can understand that the majority are not going to take action today yet, follow up with them systematically until they are, so that the majority of your time is more in conversion than lead generation. So let's say if 3 people came in this week from your lead generation efforts, and one of them was ready to rock and roll, and 2 were not, and then next week 3 come in, and 1's ready to rock and roll and 2 are not, then what that means is by the end of the month, you've written 4, and you have 8 who you're following up with. Those 8 is the opportunity.
There was a very good line shared with me in one of our trainings that there is never a bad lead, there's always a bad follow-up. And it's so true. Most of us agents, unfortunately, we have this personality, we're high in our sense of urgency. We want to live in the moment, maybe do a good follow-up for a week and then it falls off the crack. That's why, going into that system, the CPI system, going through your notes and following it is so important, because if I'm not going to call them, somebody will. And they will find a way to buy a home. It's just staying in touch with them, throwing a call here and there. But yes, that I still struggle with it. Sometimes you're like, what, forget it. Maybe I can find somebody who's going to buy a home tomorrow. It's sometimes very discouraging, but knowing that that's where the fruit is, just consistent follow-up.
Thank you, Z. So it's logical that we can get 3 this week. And of those 3, we can probably write an offer that gets accepted with 1. And next week we get 3, probably write an offer that gets accepted with 1. The next week, 3, etc. Now, for some of us, it's more than 3, well more than 3. So if you don't have 3 coming in a week right now, then I would say that's what we need to focus on. That's your one thing. If you have 3 or more coming in, then I would say what we need to focus on is the 8. And so what do I mean by the 8? That's the 2 that won't write this week, the 2 that won't write next week, the 2 that won't write the following week, and the 2 that won't write the following week. So 2 times 4 weeks equals 8. Let's scale that out to a year's time period. 8 times 12 is 96. It is a tremendous opportunity.
If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, make sure that you subscribe and hit the bell icon.
I have always found it to be true that we have gotten listings and we have closed buyers solely on that follow-up process. Mm-hmm. The system that you have, the CRM system that you have, if it's used correctly, is pretty much a no-brainer when you put in the task and you add the task, and then every day it just pops up and you're checking things off.
Attention all businesses and organizations. Are you looking for a way to improve how you manage your leads and increase revenue? Look no further, because CPI CRM is the CRM. It's designed to help you achieve consistent and predictable income. In addition, its convenient automation features allow you to easily track and manage your leads and clients through the CRM dashboard.
So what do the top agents know about lead generation? The top performers understand that the gold is in the lead generation and the platinum is within the lead conversion. To obtain no broke months, you must consistently follow up as a real estate agent. Conversion usually takes time, and when someone in your database is ready to buy or sell and they contact you, it sometimes appears like a thing that happens all at once. However, it must often is a result of actions through time. To be able to influence people to hire you, I think there's also an opportunity that we have where we may have somebody in front of us, and oftentimes they may go to the wayside. Okay, so maybe we are following up, maybe we are having the conversations, yet we're missing the opportunity. So what can you do to not miss the opportunity? For me, it's about asking better questions. When you're just asking better questions and you're listening, then you'll convert more often.